Good afternoon. It is Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. I'm going to book club. And this month, or this session, we read Matthew Perry's book. And I'm so close to being done, but did not finish. I possibly could have. I'm so close, but yeah, it's I'm gonna talk and do because I still have to stop and get gas, and I gotta go all the way to the other side of town, so it's gonna take at least an hour. So that means I have to be done before 5, which is usually when I would leave because I gotta stop to get gas first. It's a good book. It's a fast read, but like I said, I'm so close, but I just did not have the time. If I didn't stop to make breakfast, if I didn't do this or do that, it would have been fine. So we're doing kind of a simple look. I know I say that all the time, but I'm using Danessa as the primer. And it looks like I did not touch it at all. Almost. You can slightly see. But I possibly could have did it Thursday morning if I read any. The reason why I say that is because Wednesday night I went to that film event, and then I had to go back to the office to get a piece of equipment because the one I had, I felt a cord was failing. So I drive back to the office, which by this time was after 9. And then it was the wrong cord that was put on my desk for me. I'm like, that's not the cord I needed. I'm not dipping anymore if you didn't notice. And so the supervisor on duty, luckily he had a key to the equipment room, and he looked at it to see if we could find the right cord. We could not. They had a lot of the one cord I did not need. Like a lot. I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay. Walmart usually closes at 10. At this time it was after 10, but found a Walmart that closed at 11. Mind you, this is a Walmart I haven't been to in at least 10 plus years. I don't want to say it's in the hood, but it's kind of interesting. Basically, it's the Walmart in Thomas. I say the Walmart in Thomas and I want to say 32nd Street, maybe? I don't know. Just pretty much in Phoenix, if you know the Walmart in Thomas, you know exactly why I feel the way. Anyway, so I went there, got there about 10:15 maybe, 10:30 maybe. They closed at 11. Went to electronics section. I'm like, I don't know what I need, adapter, whatever. And I'm gonna do a little correcting. My downstairs neighbor just got home. No, he's not talking outside. I can hear him in his apartment because he's loud. So I'm looking, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Found an adapter, and for a good price, because you usually find one or whatever, but they're like $30. I'm like, my budget was not for that. I'm like, gas money and food to get me to the next payday. I'm like, yeah. So finding something possibly worked. When I got to the register, I was like, is this returnable? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, because you know sometimes electronics, they're like, you can't return that stuff. But she said, yeah. I'm like, okay, but don't make me come back here. Out of my way when the other store doesn't accept a return if I had to return it. So I go home, hook it up. It does not work. The thing I needed it to work didn't work. This was a monitor, it didn't work. I'm like, oh. Last time I was tired. I had stopped at for the Buttos because I'm still eating soft food. So for Buttos, Wednesday night has the bean burrito. Even though it's a special, I wasn't paying that much for a bean burrito. So I added cheese. I'm like, I'm okay paying $4 for bean cheese burrito. It's soft. Yeah, do my eyebrows. I have some eyeshadow on, very simple. The chocolates. Just some brown eyeshadow. There's a little shimmer in there if you look closely. So I got that. Came home, but like I said, I was tired by this time, but I was starving too. So I took off all the makeup from my face and then sat down and ate after I tried to get this cord to work. I could just use my hands instead of what I was doing. Okay. So I was exhausted, and then did I take a shower that night? I didn't even take a shower that night. It was, yeah. Powder. I have basically for that one subscriber who loves to see my outfits, whatever. It's not really, this isn't really a get ready with me, but I'm just wearing not yoga pants, but I guess leggings, black leggings, and it's the black Old Navy sweatshirt that they usually get for like $8, or if it's on sale, $4. That's what I'm wearing. So I didn't even take a shower, and then I like, at that time I was late, and I was exhausted, but yet, guess what? Did I sleep? No. My mouth was hurting. Maybe because I did a little bit of talking at the event I was at. I don't know. I had taken. I had taken a Tylenol, codeine 3, and that wasn't kicking in because I know sometimes they don't kick in right away. And it's like, okay, maybe an hour. I'm not gonna put powder right there. I do need to set my eyebrows though. And it wasn't working. I couldn't sleep. Even it wasn't working. So I was up all night in a lot of pain, like a lot of pain. That would not wish on anybody. So I'm thinking maybe I had a dry socket. I was experiencing that, or maybe because I had missed an antibiotic. I don't know. It was just very painful. Like it felt painful for more so than after surgeries I've had. It was bad. Okay, so what we're doing, like I said, light. So under the eye, I'm gonna do, still holding on. I'm gonna do that. And then we're not using foundation, I'm doing concealer mostly. I know some people are like, oh, let me, messages. I'm supposed to go hiking tomorrow. I don't think they know I'm not going hiking. I need to tell them I'm not going hiking. I'm on my last day of antibiotics, actually. I'll be taking that shortly. So in a way, I'm kind of using concealer as foundation, I guess. But I'm just doing kind of this lower half. And this is NYX in shade 8.4, which is my all over face shade. Didn't realize that was still tender till I did that. I'm just kind of going right here. I could have used a different, I could have used Juvia's Place, but it's so hydrating. So I didn't want to deal with that. And hugs will be had because we always kind of hug each other. Those of us who are familiar with each other. But if a new member's coming, this is good. One of them asks, you know, what do I need to bring? Do I need to bring anything? I'm like, yourself. If you want to bring food or wine, We will not fight it. We will be okay with that. That's how I'm not drinking. I'm still eating soft foods. I'm just like, somebody said hummus. They're bringing hummus. I'm like, yes, I can eat hummus. With vegetables, of course, I probably cannot. All right, let's blend. So look okay. And even though I'm tired, and I've been tired, and I was like, oh, am I going to this? I'm like, yeah. One, besides, I'm always the one who brings the hard copy book, besides that, which is overdue, so I may or may not finish, even though I may not be finished, I might just return it on the way home. But yeah, I kind of enjoy going to book club. So I'm not going last time because I was exhausted. I don't remember what happened, but I remember being too exhausted to make that drive. So I'm tired, but I'm not that tired to where I'm gonna miss it again. Okay. Because it's not, usual group of people I hang out with. All different walks of life. I'll admit I'm the only black person there, but that's fine. So, but yeah, it's different than, being with my hiking girls or co-workers or film people. Some people I've known a while. It's good to have different groups of friends, do different things with. So I'm not bringing this down too far. Okay, I'll put that right there. Sponge. I am going to use the pointy part of this sponge. I just dampened it earlier today, so. And I hear the phone of our neighbor downstairs. But yeah, I definitely have to stop for gas because me leaving the house yesterday to try to find another code at Walmart, which I found one. That one was HDMI to HDMI, which also did not work. So, I'm kind of blending the edges, and I need to stop hitting that hard because it's still sensitive. So it takes about 2 weeks. We're at a week in a day now. Still eating soft foods, the burrito. The matzo ball soup earlier this week. Okay, so we're going to use the Black Radiance palette, cream contour palette. They have a powder one that's always in Target. And they actually go to deep dark. This is a medium dark. You will never see the dark one, or dark deep in Target or any store whatsoever. You don't even see it on the website. But I've seen one, so they do exist. But it's, yeah. So, and they have a bronzing one. Which, let me dip in that first. Let's see how this looks. Can't see anything, which is why I'm not using that color. Might be good for warming, but okay. So, this is the contour. Again, the probably darker one they have will probably be perfect. And apparently, package locker is going to be up and running soon. They just sent an email today. Mind you, I got the Amazon package last night. Did I mention that? Another cord I was trying. This one was a display port on one end, HDMI on the other end. The thing is, my monitor is HDMI, has a VGA port, and has an HDMI port. That's it. Doesn't have a display port. So but my dock station has a display port and a HDMI port and some other USB ports, but I use that for my mouse and keyboard or what have you. So it's I ordered on Amazon real quick last night. They delivered it by 10 for extra $2-3. See, it's a little more subtle than my usual things I use for my nose. I know. Okay. And then I'm gonna use this brush. The contour brush I had, I realized it's denser than the one, the e.l.f. one that I have from when I first started this makeup journey. It's denser. So the new ones are less dense. It's still the same shade and everything. I think it's like $7. I saw it. I'm gonna wait to buy that. So I'm just gonna pounce because we'll. And then it's kind of, again, it's gonna be subtle because this is not the deep dark one. So kind of go like there, where the yeah, it's very subtle, which is fine. Where the concealer, both concealers meet, is kind of where I'm blending it. Just go down, chisel. Of course, I gotta keep going back because it's not that dark. It should be good for no makeup. Well, it's kind of, no. It's no makeup. Makeup looks still uses makeup. But I do this when I use one of my tint moisturizers as well. Because I have this happen when I rebought it. I'm like, I'm not using it. Why not I just go ahead and use it? Okay. Look. Yeah, it's very subtle. So like, yeah, I like the subtle warmth. Okay. Put the lid back on. And one day I'm going to use this highlighter. Not today. Again, it's just book club. So, there. And I did blend that mostly. And then let's set. Where's my, okay. Under eye. I have concealer everywhere now. Let's see. Let's start with under eye. So I'm going to ask girls how it ends. Because I doubt I'm going to have a moment in traffic to read. Okay, there's that one. And then again, because we have all this concealer, I'm using this powder that's all over there. So I have this Maybelline Fit Me. Comes in a little box like this. A lot comes out. I've learned that. I haven't used this in a very long time. Maybe in the beginning of my journey. It's been a long time. So we're using that. It's a finishing powder, but you can use it as a setting powder because everybody keeps referring to it as a setting powder. And it's like, okay, but it says finishing powder. So instead of my Sephora that I usually use, I'm going to use this today. And I'm probably going to get a new one. Sometimes it's very hard to find that shade. This shade may be one shade too dark. I'm not sure. I'm going to use what's in the cap first, which is not a lot. I just... And I watched a video today of somebody who had the 20, 30, and the 40, and they were using it all for, and they were a black person on their face. So, of course, the 20 and 30 are going to be like white, Caucasian kind of shades, but they're using it for brightening, so it kind of makes sense. If you want to go that bright, I'm just going to go like this. I don't need to do that because I'm about to set in a second. But that's what we're doing. and I realized I was gonna do that. I'm not doing that now anymore. Am I gonna finish? I know what I just did, but we're gonna use cream real quick. What was I gonna use it on? I was gonna use what for the sponge. All right, so I'm just gonna, let me warm it up first. And I can actually use what's on my hand instead. And that's all I'm gonna use for that. I was gonna use that on my lips, but I'm like, kind of use a matte. Because February, I think I mentioned this before, I plan to use mostly black products, black cosmetic brand. So, again, I'm supposed to do this before I set everything, but as you see, it's a little too late for that. So I might as well set everything at the same time. Then the Ulta pan. And they say blush is the first thing that kind of disappears, so. Yeah, I like the little glow. The subtle glow. Yeah, I like that. So we definitely need to use that more often. And then I'm gonna barely use this because I kind of said it already. And then try to wipe because I don't want to deepen this at all. I'm just trying to set it. And then since we're here, let us, of course I don't have a brush for that. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna pinch the chocolates. Get a little, I just made it messy. Kind of bring it under eye. I don't know people who do the whole eye look and then put concealer on and don't mess up the under eye. I don't think that'll ever be me. There we go. To kind of connect the top and the bottom. Yeah, I totally made that messy. I need to clean that up. And this was just a blending brush versus, I was trying to use one of the other ones that's usually used for your eye, but I ended up using my blending one instead. Okay, now let's spray. I was feeling wetness. That's why I was like, what's going on? It's probably because it got on there. Okay, everything else, let's move all of this. Let's go to lips. I don't know why I keep trying to turn this up. It's at the end. I'm using Mented Night again. Actually, you know what? I don't need this because I'm not doing that look. My bad. So I'm using ColourPop LAX. It's fine. I'm like, I know I didn't buy that long ago. did that because I was trying to get it before it got on my teeth. Okay. I was looking at the other video, and I was like, okay, you can't really tell I'm missing that tooth back there. Unless you're really, really, really looking. So I think they want to take out, because I had kind of crooked teeth. I have one tooth that's in the space where the other one's supposed to be. So I had a gap, and I think they want to take out that one that's in the wrong place. After my whole life, they want to take that out. Maybe I should have braces as a kid, or they should have pulled it when I was a kid and fixed it. Yeah. So I think I don't think they didn't talk about putting another tooth in there. Or like an implant or anything. Hopefully not, because y'all trying to take all my money at these dentists. I swear. Okay. There's a ramble. Let's do eyeliner, and then my earrings, and then we can blow this pop stay. I'm using the Revlon again. I'm trying to think. Can you see? Yeah. And I'm kind of with a headache. I'm not trying to take any more of the Tylenol codeine. So I've been taking one since yesterday. I took ibuprofen earlier, so hopefully I'm gonna take a regular Tylenol instead. Because I'd hoped to have been off pain meds by now. So I'm telling people I should be off by Friday. It's still a dull ache. There's things like I can't see. Let's go this way. Okay. Yep, that helps. Okay, I'm seeing her hair. So I'm like, what the hell is that? I can't see right now, so put it on my lashes. I don't have patience to put on the press-on false lashes right now. And the smaller pack they have a tiny little applicator as well. I'm like, oh, so cute. So I'm gonna probably get one of those. Because when I do my lashes class, I'll probably give one of those away. So it's like, okay, if you're having trouble with regular fake lashes, putting them on, maybe these can help. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll demonstrate how to put the regular ones on. And if that's not working, okay, this is how you do the other ones. It's a little thicker like that. That one is definitely dry. Trying to smooth the transition from the wing to, oh, Jesus. Just touch it. I didn't want to touch it. That's what I was like, with a little, okay. Here we go. I can see it's starting to go to my, because they're hooded, I can see it on this side. I don't know if it's the same as mascara where you can just scrape it off with the, so, alright, let's do the mascara. Lancome. Should probably try this other one version. I have a two-sided mirror if y'all haven't noticed when I do this. Like, what song is that? I don't know. I think I know exactly who that is. Or if it's not that particular neighbor, not my neighbor, but building. That's one of his friends. Oh, this girl from like 12:40 to like, she was sitting in her car outside my apartment listening to music. I was like, okay, maybe it'll stop. Maybe she's picking up somebody. I didn't realize she was in front, parked. I thought she was just, you know, in a spot where you're waiting for somebody. But I realized after like 20 minutes, you're not waiting for anybody that long. Looked out, she's just sitting in the car on her phone. Listening to music very loudly. I got to hear Jeremy by Pearl Jam, which I like that song. It's a good song. If you grew up in the 90s, you know that song. But I did not want to hear it at 1 o'clock in the morning. And she was just sitting out there. It's like this is the most normal thing in the world to have your music that freaking loud. I'm gonna wipe my ears. Yeah, like there's the most normalest thing. I know you're supposed to have your ears kind of match, but I at least went to there, so. It was, I'm like, there's another reason I couldn't sleep. Hoops are for weekends. It technically is weekend, so. So. Well, yeah, so finally, she stopped. It was painful. That night, just, I was in so much pain. It was so bad, and I'm like, I don't need to go to ER, because all they're gonna do is give me the meds I already had. That would have been pointless. Money I don't have. So I was like, okay, 4:45. If I leave in the next 10 minutes, I'll be good. A nice early. So, still not. That's even. So with that, I'm off to book club to talk about this book. So, if you haven't read it, you should read it. And hope y'all have a good weekend.